If you'll be moving near Eglin Air Force Base soon, I hope you watched my first video talking about commute and general lifestyles of the areas surrounding Eglin, including Fort Walton Beach, Niceville, Crestview, Destin. However, those are not the only factors to consider when you're buying a house. Things like insurance, the home condition, updates, and the resaleability of the house are also big things to consider when purchasing a home. A lower payment could look great online, and a bigger house could be an obvious choice when you're first deciding. But maybe you want that beach lifestyle, or maybe you realize that the beach lifestyle isn't for you. But none of that matters if the routine and monthly payment wear you down after closing. Around Eglin, buyers are not just choosing between towns, they're choosing between lifestyles and possibly what they're willing to give up in order to have the lifestyle that they're dreaming of. That's what we're going to talk about today in this video. The goal is not to make this more overwhelming for you, but rather to help you consider all of the factors that should go into buying a home near Eglin. So I'll ask you this, what are you most worried about getting wrong? The commute, monthly payment, condition, insurance, ability to resell in the future, beach access, traffic, convenience? Anything else I'm leaving out? Since I already did a deeper dive into the commute in my other video, I won't get too deep into the weeds on the commute here today. Let's just say that anywhere around Eglin Air Force Base, you're gonna have about a 10-minute drive all the way up to an hour-long drive, depending on traffic and location. So let's dive into insurance. Over the last few years, Florida insurance has been a huge factor when it came to affordability. We only had a handful of carriers left, which made premiums skyrocket year over year. However, within the last few years, we have had more carriers come in, which has allowed our premiums to stabilize. Aside from the supply of carriers, age of the home and age of the components are major factors when it comes to the insurance providers. They're not insuring only based off of the insurable value of the home, but they're also looking at things like the age of the roof, the age of the water heater, type of plumbing, type of electrical, factors such as wind mitigation like hurricane clips or impact windows and doors. All of these are things that go into your insurance premium and should be considered when you're looking at a home. Other things to consider are which flood zone you're in, and are you in a coastal zone and a certain distance to water. In general, newer homes will give you the best premium, but they may or may not be in the location that you really desire for the lifestyle you're looking for. That lower monthly payment may seem nice until you're commuting to work every day or long distances to the beach. Another factor to consider when you're purchasing a home, really anywhere, but especially near a military base, is the ability to resell the house. Military buyers often have to leave only a couple years after purchasing. So one thing to consider is how easy it will be to resell the house, and will you break even or make a profit on it? Things like, is the home located in an area where people are consistently searching and feel comfortable in? Does the property appeal to a broad enough buyer pool, or is it kind of quirky and funky inside? Can the house be improved over time and therefore increase the value of it? Or are you already paying top dollar where if you have to leave in a couple years, you may or may not make money on it? So while buying a home can be a very emotional decision, it should also be a practical one. It could be the difference between making money in the end or having to come out of pocket when you sell. So let's have that conversation before you get after closing. A question like which town is best when moving to Eglin Air Force Base is almost impossible to answer because each area has their pros and cons. Some areas may give you more house for your money, but you're going to have a longer commute and not really be too close to the beach lifestyle you may be dreaming of. In the comments below, let me know what is the biggest factor for you when you're moving to the Eglin Air Force Base area, and I would be happy to reach out and let you know my thoughts on the different areas. All of that information, including commute, lifestyle, insurance, resellability, and any other factor that may go into your choice when buying around here or your budget, are all major factors, and I want to hear from you. So please leave a comment below, and if you want to hear more information and get more factual opinions, factual opinions, that's a real thing, from me, then feel free to subscribe and follow for more.